Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eddie Marcus, and I'm considering running for President of the United States in 2016. Today I'm 63, and the first time I ran for President of the United States, I was 38. And I've been running for president every presidential year since then. Now, I run the best way I know how. I run based upon the principles and vision that I hold for the people. I don't try to cater to any particular party or any particular interest that they would give me their support if I give them this or that. Because what I intend to give is what is best, what is deserved by all of the citizens of this nation. My friends, have started out here in Minnesota running for president. And the only way I could get any money or any recognition is if the concerns that I have are the concerns of the people that hear me. And my hope has been that the concern would be so great that those people would share information with others about this particular campaign, to the extent that all across this nation people would rise up and say, we want Eddie Marcus to be the next president of the United States. You see, I base this on these principles. I have been given guidance and understanding that everything on this earth belongs to a creator outside of ourselves. And that since we are part of the creation, that we have been put here, and we actually, since we commonly require a certain amount of the resources that have been provided from the creator, that every last one of us are entitled to a portion of it. It's a part of our inheritance, a portion of it. And from that portion, we would have all of our common needs met: food, clothing, shelter, education, health care, careers of our choosing. This is what I run on. Everybody that's sick and does not have insurance should be running to vote for me. Everybody who has dental needs that cannot get them dealt with should be running to vote for Eddie Marcus as president. Every prostitute and every pimp, every dope hustler, anybody in this country that's doing either of those things should run and vote for me. The mob should run and vote for me. And for God knows, everybody that says, Lord, Lord, who gets on their knees and pray and say that they themselves are a child of God, born again, every last one of them should be voting for this campaign. And why should they? Because these are the ideas and visions that I have been given solutions for. And I know you're thinking about the Congress, but you don't have to worry about the Congress. Only support I need is you, the people. And we can control Congress. We can control everything in Washington. And if I ever become president of the United States, that's exactly what I will do. Now, somebody might ask me, Eddie, under those conditions, do you think you have a chance to win? And I'll ask you this. Do you think there are enough people in America that care about one another? Do you think there are enough people in America who cares and commit themselves to make sure that everybody can eat, that everybody got a peaceful, nice living? Do you think that there are enough people in America that cares about their neighbor? Do you? Now, if you think that there are enough people who care about one another in this country, then I stand a chance. But if you think that these people out here don't give a darn about anybody but themselves, I do not stand a chance. Then why am I running? I'm running because I am not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about is that this perspective get an airing, that this perspective get a chance to be heard. I say everybody should have housing. And if the Republicans and Democrats don't agree and they want something less and you want something less, then you vote for them. I say that everybody in this country should have health care from the womb to the tomb, and that includes dental. That's what I say. I say that because I have been given a vision of how that should be done. But if the Republicans and Democrats disagree and you disagree, then you vote for them. I say that we talk about entitlements. We talk about Social Security. We talk about things such as this. I say that every citizen in this country deserves, by the fact that they're in this country, that they participated in the creation of goods and services, that not only are they entitled, they are guaranteed a portion. Now, the Republicans and Democrats disagree with that. And if you disagree with that, then you go vote for them. And at the end of the day, I believe that God is not in a book. It might be stories about God, as others have seen it. But God is about being in you. And based upon the presentation that I see every day from in this world, I know that those of you who say that you have a relationship with God is in primary school. You have no backbone. Now, I'm not trying to upset you. I just want to tell you the truth. Because everything that I've just talked about is what you read in your Bible. It's what you think will happen if you are lucky enough to go to heaven. And yet, when I bring it to you, you will do just like the people in the Bible did when they told God that they want a king. They don't want to depend on God. And you who say you've been born again, go to the polls. Preachers' wives and members, go to the polls and vote Republican and Democrat. And you know there's no unison there. You know they're against one another, and you support them. But I'm just saying this to remind you of these things. However, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying to you that whatever and whoever runs for president, none of them are saying what I am saying. And this is so important to me, that between the time of the 2016, if there is a mayoral election here in Woodbury or in the state of Minnesota, an election for governor, I will be running in either one. And the reason is to champion the things that I have explained to you here, to give it a voice, so it won't be silent. Now, there are people in different states who have never heard anything about me. That's not their fault. That's not my fault. It is the people right around my circle who hear about me all the time. It is the people who see my videos on YouTube and Facebook, who watch them, or at least a few seconds of them. It is your responsibility, if you believe in the things that I share. It is your responsibility to get that word out there, to get that message out there, to draw the public to hear this message, to want to hear, to be excited about it. Now, will you do that? I'm not concerned about will you do that. My job is not to make you do it. My job is to present it. Just like it's not God's job to make you do right. Just to let you know. And you choose. And there have been some strange choices. Right now, you have chosen the dollar bill over God. And that dollar bill is being stretched as thin is thin. And all of the crises, the tsunamis, the hurricanes, the mudslides, the fires, all of those natural disasters that come to strip you of things that you have thought were so important. And you still have not changed your heart. With a changed heart, you could conquer any tsunami. With a changed heart, you could conquer any tornado, any storm, any war. You could conquer with the right heart. But you don't understand that. You think that the Constitution is the best document on the face of the earth, which is a lie. The Constitution is not. You think that the founding fathers are the most praiseworthy people that ever walked on the face of the earth. They are not. They are just like you, and that Constitution that they have written is just like all the contracts that you make every day, and people violate them. You got the most hating people in Congress. You got the most hating people that run for president. You got the most hating people in power all over this nation. And you think they care about you because you don't know what I know. You don't know God. But I'm running because I want you to know God. And I'm running because I want everybody who thinks they know God to stand up and give God a voice, to stand up and vote for God. You're not voting for Eddie Marcus, even though my name might be there, but you're voting for what's right. You're voting for what's good. You're voting for the second commandment that you do unto others as you would have others to do unto you, which is a present representation of your respect for God. And if you can't do that, then you vote for Republican, you vote for Democrat, and you can't blame God for nothing that happens. Now, I realize that many of you, and I just want to add this to it, think that the Antichrist is coming. Let me tell you this, remind you once again, the Antichrist has been here since the first person been on earth, because the Antichrist lives inside of human beings. The Antichrist is known as, or should I say ASA, also known as, AKA, also known as you, self. Your selfishness is the Antichrist. Your selfishness is what will destroy not only America, but destroy the world. Your selfishness. And the only thing that will build it is you put your selfishness aside. Now, no politician is going to tell you that. They're going to come up to you and tell you that they can do all of the things that I mentioned. But they're not going to do it because it's God or it's right. They're going to say that they're going to do it. They're going to say all of the things that you know needs to be said because they know where you're hurting it. But they're not going to deliver on any of it. Congress, they're going to use Congress, and Congress is going to use the administration. Everybody using people and each other to keep from doing something. But I, as President of the United States, will be counting on you, men, women, old and young, black and white and otherwise, to treat and want others to be treated just like you. That's what I advocate, and that is the solution. Now, as time goes on, I'll be giving you more instructions and tell you how this thing brightens up so you can see a picture clear. But right now, I just wanted to introduce that to you. Having done that, I'll I'll call this Presidential Election 2016. Bye-bye.